Gentleman's Homebrew.
Coming at you guys.
So this was a brew day.
It was a brew day.
And tell them what we made.
Well, today we were making a Belgian style ale slash winter warmer slash Christmas ale.
Right. Perfect, right?
Right? And well, I was picking up more hops, and well, this just caught my eye while I was perusing the beer section, of course. It is by pFriem, and it is the Belgian style Christmas ale. Look at that. We're brewing one, so we might as well drink one to know what mark we need to hit. So basically, all you guys know the pFriem Family Brewers out of Hood River, Oregon. Obviously, this is a Belgian ale. It's 8% and only 30 IBUs. Ours might be a little bit more. I don't know.
Probably higher IBUs and much higher ABV.
So what kind of beer is this, Dad?
It's a smash beer. Not something you hear very often when it comes to Belgian ales. And a smash beer is basically where you have one malt and you have one hop. And so they used Gambler's Canadian Pilsner in it, and they used German Pearl hops in it.
Nice.
But they kind of kept that single theme going. Well, single yeast is not unusual. Belgian ale yeast. They had Belgian dark candy sugar, and they had coriander in it.
Well, hot damn, that sounds pretty good.
Fun spice. So, I don't know if I've had a Belgian ale with just in a smash before, so this should be fun.
Yeah, it should be fantastic.
All right, let's get her cracked open. While he's pouring, you should have heard the pop off that and a beautiful hisp of smoke coming off it. Well, it has a generous head, but then again, this type of glass will accentuate that sometimes.
Yeah, this wasn't a heavy pour, actually on the side tipped.
So you look at the color on this, and these styles are often similar to doubles. It's kind of it's about a double, I'd say, in terms of color.
It looks very effervescent. You can see the bubbles in there.
Yeah, it's a brown with a lot of red hue to it mostly.
I'm going to say this is probably a very fresh beer for them.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. And Ice Swirl got more bubbles up, so it's going to be probably either a high carbonation or medium high carbonation. We'll see, but let's get a nose here.
You get the Belgian yeast immediately, it pops out.
Yeah,
and you get the candied sugar in there too.
You do, and just a little bit of spice too.
Yeah, definitely have that coriander just showing off.
But I love that Belgian yeast. That yeast, the essences that the Belgian yeast bring in. It's just. It's that little spiciness, almost like you had like a ginger or what's the other one, like a clove type, very light, but it's a beautiful sweetness. It is pulling in like a raisin type quality, I would say, on it.
I get a little bit of the bubblegum flavor. I get a little bit of like a wheat.
Pilsner, actually, I think is what you're getting, because that's a Pilsner malt, and I do get that.
That's true.
Yeah, and it is very much a Pilsner sweetness along with all the rest, but you're getting a little bit of dark fruit qualities off of this. I mean, mostly I'm getting raisin, but I feel like I could have like a light bit of like some date sugar on it.
Maybe golden raisin or currant or something.
But mostly that just beautiful Belgian scent. This is a good one. It smells great.
Some oranges in there though, a little zest, but
citrus.
Not too much. A light,
well,
very.
They did use pearl, which is more on the noble side, but it can bring out some other stuff too.
All right, well,
I'm ready.
Let's try it.
Cheers. That's nice. That's like I said, like thought it would be. It's a medium plus to high carbonation, someplace in there.
Yeah, that's fun. You're definitely getting the coriander popping out in this, for sure.
They're calling it a Belgian Christmas Ale. I would say it's very much like a double. It's because doubles are kind of like those Belgian quads, but lightly so. So it's all about those Belgian yeast and Belgian esters and the candy sugar, right?
And you do get the dark candy sugar, I should say, in there.
But it's interesting because they've used the pearl hop, which isn't really what I consider traditional, at least in terms of like a double. So I'm getting a little more hop quality than I think I normally would. I think those types of beers usually around 20 or 25%, 25 IBUs, and this is 30. So it's very much an American version. Also, the sweetness on this is there, but it's kind of on the low end. So I think it's been attenuated down a little bit. I think this tends to be just moderately dry for me.
It is a little dry.
And the carbonation level is really high, so it makes me think more of like a triple, and I think that really affects the flavor quite a bit. All right, so first for a Belgian Christmas Ale. I mean, it's a Belgian Ale, but we'll go with that whole theme. To be really honest, it's a little disappointing for me. I think that it dries out a little bit. The hop character is just a little bit high, which Christian might like. It's Americanized, so you never know. And it's a little lower in sweetness than I want. The nose, on the other hand, is really wonderful. So in terms of style, I'm going to go with an 87, I think.
Yeah, and so that's the big thing, is that you've got all these Belgian aspects, but sometimes a smash beer isn't the best for bringing out great qualities. Like you need like a Pilsner malt, you need to bring something else in there also. Something a little bit darker, a little bit more sweetness. Also, just the coriander. I mean, this is Christmas spice. Like you need to maybe bring in a little bit more of the dark fruits, maybe a little cinnamon. I don't know, nutmeg. But like, you're not getting as much spice as you'd like on a holiday beer. It's in the range, but it's just, it's not. I'm just not going crazy over it. So I'm actually going to rate it as an 86 when it comes to like a Belgian Christmas.
And that's pretty fair. I only stayed at 87 because the nose was so good. All right, we move on to overall. Christian's comments were really right, I think, on a smash beer. I think this would have benefited from some Munich malts, maybe a Vienna malt even, to bring in some other characters. A Munich malt would have been good because that would have also pulled in a little bit more of the caramel type characteristics to add to the candy sugar, and that would have just been a super benefit. And I also think Christian's right about in terms of spices. I mean, this is the kind of beer that you could bring coriander in, but I think that it would have been good to bring in some orange peel or something else to make it a holiday spirit. Would be fun. But it's a decent beer. It's not going to really change a whole lot on my overall. I'm really going to just stick it right there at an 87 again.
Yeah. And personally, I would call this a Belgian autumn ale. It's got spice to it, it's fun, it's delicious, but it would have fit that category more. Christmas, you want more spice and everything. I do like that it has a little bit more hop, but also you're saying this is a Belgian style ale, so you don't want that much. It's still good. You probably should have it, but I'm going to give it a for myself.
Wow, he really dropped. Yeah, I do love these types of styles, so I'm sticking right there at that 87. But it's a fun one. I would still say it is worth going out and getting.
Exactly.
But you know what? Don't neglect all those other beautiful Christmas beers that are out there. Go try one of them.
All right, well, here it is again from the pFriem Family Brewers. It's the Christmas Belgian Ale, style ale. So, you know what? We still ranked it in the 80s. That's actually really good. We're just used to getting bigger and badder beers.
Well, we are. We're terrible that way. But check it out. If you've had it, let us know what you think. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Christian.
And we're saying life is too short
to drink cheap beer.
And we'll see you
on the next beer review.